Hello and welcome back to RimWorld. Last time we managed to fight off a giant horde of bugs, which is, I will admit, mostly still in that doorway. It is completely blocking it. It may or may not be airtight in that area. Wilkins, can you get through? Okay, Wilkins can get through. I'm gonna guess it's not completely airtight. That's unfortunate. I wanted like a room sealed in exclusively by bug corpses, but apparently we don't get such nice things. Anyway, we fought off a bunch of really disgusting bugs, and our defensive system was completely worthless for it. It was quite sad. Anyway, currently we are working on, of course, doing our growing season thing, trying to get as much food as we can so that hopefully we can execute a crash raid on some opposing colonies that are out there. That would be, I will tell you, quite nice. Oh yeah, and like half the colony is down for the count because of that whole fight with the terrible insect creatures. By the way, can we... Oh no, if we had any sort of medicine, we could possibly install a peg leg on Magar, but apparently without medicine, nobody wants to actually try to cut someone's leg off, so I guess that's a good idea. I mean, that level of restraint is far too much for our standard society. I would have preferred something a bit more, you know, unrestrained, but whatever works, whatever works. So we've got our... Oh. That steel mortar doesn't fire very far. I thought that fired a lot farther than it did. Okay. Well, if that's the case, I think we're gonna need to move this a little bit, because that's not good enough. We're gonna uninstall it and move it. So in addition to just having our mortars, we're probably gonna need to have some form of ammunition stockhouse out in this area. I think these steel mortars are probably gonna have to be moved up in front of the wall into this area. So if we have a little shack coming off of this wall out here, we can potentially have a little door leading in and fill that with explosive shells, which is at once probably a great and terrible idea at the same time, because if that gets hit by anything explosive, it's probably gonna go up in flames, just saying. And it's gonna be really bad for the colony, because I don't know about you, but most people do not like exploding when in the middle of a gunfight. In fact, I would say most people don't like being in a gunfight to begin with, but you know what? They don't get a choice about that one. That one is definitely happening regardless of whether or not they want it to occur. But generally, that's probably not the greatest thing. But we will, in the very least, probably be able to repel opposing sieges. You know, I don't even know if that's a thing. Oh wait, that's the minimum range. Oh, I see. So it can fire on anything outside of that circle, because it's minimum range of 30. Oh, that's interesting. That's much better, actually. I quite like that. So we're going to leave it where it is, because that is a very nice place to put it. So where are we going to have an ammunition stockhouse? I mean, I guess we could build it out here. That's probably a good position. So we're going to get some marble blocks up in here, and we're going to set it up. This is going to be our ammunition stockhouse. It's going to have, of course, a nice little door going directly into the stockhouse from the outside. I mean, the sort of outside. So that it's easy for people to resupply the mortars when they need ammunition. Somebody should probably, by the way, go and load that. Can we get... How do we load it up? I'm gonna guess we need someone to man the steel mortar in order to get that loaded. So let's see what Magar does now that we're... Okay, she is loading it up. That's perfect. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have all of these stockpiles no longer accept mortars, and we're gonna have them all in a stockpile over here, but that's once the building is actually built. And with that loaded, we can now cancel that and have her just do some work. Because now our mortar is ready to fire at any moment, even if that moment happens to not have any enemies in it and it's just a random misfire, which, you know, I'm going to level with you, it's probably not the best idea to keep loaded rounds in a mortar indefinitely, but you know what? I don't care. You see, we are a foolhardy society. We know exactly what needs to get done. Oh, man. You know, I kind of really want a siege to show up. Just so that we can shell the heck out of them. Because if they show up, like, I don't know, out here. And they're just chilling out, trying to build a defensive position. And we're just over here with our mortars like, oh, hey, we happen to see you. Oh, that'd be so good. Imagine, like, directly hitting one of those guys. They get, like, jibbed all over the place. Ooh, that'd be beautiful. That would be beautiful. Is everyone coming to this class? It seems like very few people have actually shown up. Oh, that is true. There are multiple people still severely injured after vicious fights with beetles, which is a legitimate thing. That is legitimate. But we're almost actually completely fine after that attack. Fedosha's the last one left to get healed up. And do we, by the way, have tube television technology yet? We don't. Okay. Wait, do we or do we not? Is that under Joy? It is under Joy. Okay. So with tube television technology, we need to actually set one of those up in the hospital so people can watch TV while they're injured and fight with other people who are injured, you know? There are people who have a relationship with their colonists or prisoners in the arriving group. Oh. Town councilman from Fernanda is the father-in-law of colonist Wilkins. Wait, where are these people? Oh, hey, check it out. Hey, guys. Apparently one of you is the father-in-law of Wilkins. I appreciate you showing up. That's quite nice. Isabel, are you literally wearing nothing right now? Okay, she at least has pants on. Jeez, Isabel, you cannot come into our society as some form of disgusting nudist. Look, we are a non-nudist society because that's just... It just seems like a reasonable thing to do, you know? I'm not... It just has to be done for the benefit of all society and the general, you know, nobody getting terribly uncomfortable with the whole nudist thing. It's for the best. Ooh, combat supplier. Yeah, McFly, you're not going to sleep. You are going to go call that combat supplier, because if we can get, like, a couple machine guns up in here, that'd be beautiful. And if we could sell off a lot of these weapons, that'd also be great. I mean, they aren't strictly hooked up to the actual trading network, which is more than a bit annoying, but, you know, it's a thing. We do have a lot of smoke leaf, which is nice. So we'll sell off some smoke leaf. We can... What can we get? They do have an assault rifle, which could be a good purchase. Some charge rifles up in there. And some Kevlar helmets. Helmets are probably something we want way more than assault rifles right now. As well as armor vests, because we can't really take them off of the dead all that often, which was what I used to do all the time, because, you know, that's a great move. But apparently people are not terribly happy about wearing clothes that someone has died in. Pfft, I don't know why. Look, they are a strange people, these colonists. They should be happy to have any clothes at all. Nonetheless, clothes that are probably far better made than the standard colonists' clothing, which is basically clothing from anywhere that is not our colony, because I don't know about you, but our people are not necessarily the best weavers in the world. They are, oh, what would you call it, a subpar group of weavers, except for the few people who actually have any skill at it. Shut up, combat supplier. We already chatted with you. You stole some of our precious cash monies. I do not appreciate that. I actually do quite a bit. So who's going to get this stuff? Fedosha's definitely going to get the helmet when we get the chance. And I think we need our president to be well defended, so she's going to get the Kevlar vest, because, you know, we can't just have our president getting shot and killed in a random situation. We need to make certain that the power structure within our colony remains consistent forever, because if the power structure ever collapses again, like happened when Gabe took over, then we have to go from a democracy to an autocracy, and that's not exactly going to be the best thing in the world, just saying. I'm pretty sure the society does enjoy living a slightly autocratic life. I don't know why, but a democratic life, not autocratic. I don't know why, but I guess it's a thing. So this one's getting... Everything is closed off except for shells, which should be... Is that under ranged weapons? I don't even know. No, I don't think it is. I think it's somewhere else. Is that under items? Definitely not under items. Come on, shells. Show yourselves. Manufactured. Mortar shells. There we go. We will set that on. And then we will turn off mortar shells on all of the other stockpiles. Is that part of this stockpile? I don't even know. We're going to have to do it individually. So, no mortar shells. No mortar shells. Stockpile. Can you show yourself? There we go. And no mortar shells. And then the final stockpile over yonder with no mortar shells. That should be perfect. Oh, and we need to turn off food for that. That is quite important. As well as drugs. Geez, there's a lot of stuff in this particular stockpile that really shouldn't be in there. Like smoke leaf. That is a very bad thing. That should not be in there. Where'd we... Raw resources? Plant matter? No plant matter. There we go. Okay, that should get the stockpiles back into work. And all of the mortar shells should eventually be moved into the mortar shell room, which is a beautiful, beautiful room filled with explosives. That is almost certainly a serious hazard to the entirety of the civilization. But you know what? Civilization has to live on the edge on occasion. This is not technically strictly true, but it is vaguely, maybe, under the right circumstances, potentially true. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, you want to come in? They are totally attacking immediately. Let's get everyone into position. Everyone to the defensive line. Who doesn't actually have a weapon right now because they got downed previously? I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot of people. Magar, you need to go get an assault rifle from somewhere. Where are we going to get that? From there. No, wait. Magar's the machine gunner. That's right. Aiden's well equipped. Move on to the defensive line. There's actually no assurance that these guys are actually going to come for us via the defensive line, because currently they are some form of clever sappers, apparently. What happened to that Kevlar helmet? Where'd it go? Show yourself, helmet. I can't... It was right here previously. Someone must be bringing it to a stockpile somewhere. That is the worst. I really wanted Fedosha to have that. Well, go get your spear, Fedosha. You'll be fine. Steven onto the defenses, along with Wilkins, who doesn't have a weapon. Oh, Wilkins took it. Wilkins, why would you do that? Oh, yeah, Wilkins is incapable of violent action. I hate pacifists. Pacifists are no good for a colony. Okay, everyone's moving out. I don't know where these guys are going to be going. Oh, they're trying to blow up that doorway. Okay, I see how it is. Let's see. Let's get Fedosha, Mal, and Magar are going to go and defend the main portion of the colony. Oh, they've already gotten in. Okay. Guys, flank them. Bradley and McFly are going to flank. Steven and Aiden, you need to move in to defend our homestead. They're trying to kill our pigs, which is just... That's just spiteful. That's... I don't even understand that one. These guys really love killing our animals. So, Bradley and McFly, along with Longnose, who's apparently out here, are going to move around there. And we're going to start pushing into this area. Wilkins, can you please not go in there? That is a death zone right now. And you are not a fighter, last I checked. Okay, so Taylor's going to move up. Looks like Alex is trying to break in this way, so we're going to have Maul and Fedosha move around to try to cut off that Alex dude. Steven and Aiden and Taylor are going to move up this way. And hopefully we can get this done nicely. We got, like, nice squad tactics going on right now. It's beautiful. Maul, move in there. Fedosha, prepare yourself. And Magar still doesn't really have a job, so she's going to protect against Alex. Okay. I think we're in a good position right now. We're not at the end of the world yet. Come on, take him down, guys. Take him down. Mushinto needs to get wrecked. Can you go melee attack that guy instead of shooting past everyone? Or, you know, you can just do that and kill him straight up. That does work. Bradley go in there. McFly is going to move to that tree, and we're going to start opening fire from that direction. And I think at this point we should get some shots coming in from here. We are massively outnumbered here, actually. Retreat! Retreat! McFly, you better be lucky because things are going to go downhill for you if you're not. Okay, they're going to take up a position behind here because they are disgustingly outnumbered. And we're going to have Maul and Fedocia go assist them. Oh, they're fleeing. That's perfect. Oh, well, I mean, I guess that was okay. That was not the best executed defense of the colony in the world. I will admit they did get through our walls pretty quickly. Can someone go capture Mushinto? I don't know who he is, but I don't like him. He's disgusting, but he's going to be part of our colony along with Stella. If at all possible, we'll just have McFly and Bradley kill anyone that they can because we are absolutely ruthless and will murder anyone we get the chance to because I guess that's good for our colony. This is questionable. It's at least useful in some way. Oh, we're going to have to rebuild so many walls. What is that? Granite block? Okay, let's rebuild this. Jeez, those guys did a number on us, I will admit. They were no joke in terms of fighting. Props to them for being actually decent. Rest until healed. McFly, you are to rest until healed as well. We'll get Bradley to heal you guys up soon enough because Bradley's kind of, last I checked, pretty darn good at that. I mean, someone will do it in the very least. Looks like every male colony member is now wincing in pain, which is not the greatest. McFly's probably not going to be terribly happy because, you know, he was shot numerous times. And apparently he also has artery blockage, which I don't think we're really all that well equipped to deal with, just saying. I mean, that doesn't sound like something that we're good at fixing. Dude, who is not saving Stella right now? Apparently we don't have enough beds to save Stella. Wilkins, capture her. You may be a pacifist, but you can still capture people because, of course, it's better, Wilkins, to save people than let them die out in the middle of a field, at least last I checked. That's not necessarily true, but, you know. We'll see, we'll see. I mean, she's gonna do it anyway. She's already done it, actually. Stella is now in there and may or may not bleed out prior to actually being saved. Could be a thing. Are these guys being brought into the colony? They aren't. That's why these guys are still not part of the colony, except for Dorian. Dorian is definitely not part of the colony because, oh, we tried to release him? Jeez. Oh, he's not going anywhere. I'm gonna level with you. His leg is gone. I mean, we can release him all that we want to. He's just gonna sit out there and slowly starve to death. And while on one hand that does sound really amusing because he'd be all like freaking out there, on the other hand, you know, it's going to be really annoying for all the colony members to have to listen to a guy slowly die of starvation, so it's probably for the best that we actually, you know, deal with that. So let's get some hunting done out here. We're going to shoot down a couple boars. What else do we got? We have a squirrel. We can kill a squirrel. That's a rat, actually. That's not a squirrel. That's a squirrel. And we got some form of turtle and anything else. A raccoon. We can eat that. An emu. That's edible. Turkey, definitely edible. Other turkey, also very edible. Turkeys are universally edible creatures. We can eat a rabbit and an ostrich and another rabbit. Oh, there's so much stuff to eat out here. We just have to shoot it all to death. And we are very good at that. What is that? Is that a bobcat? What the heck? Oh, that's a lynx. We should not actually hunt that lynx. While on the one hand, I do like lynxes, it's probably for the best that we don't kill them. How many muffalos do we have? We actually have quite a few muffalos. Can we slaughter Muffalo 4? We're gonna slaughter him. We're gonna eat him because we're cold and heartless. And although, you know, we like our muffalos, we have to put aside the fact that we shouldn't slaughter that one. Actually, we should slaughter this one. We have to put aside the fact that we quite enjoy muffalos and eat one of them for the continued survival of the colony. Anyway, with that single, quite effective raid, actually, they broke a lot of our stuff. That will bring us, for now, to the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. Next time, we shall continue onwards, fix up what has been damaged in the colony, and hopefully, maybe fix our food stores, because we currently only have 8 meals and only a little extra food. That is not going to go well for our colony overall. So, until then, thanks for watching, and of course, as always, enjoy the rest of your day.